Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Mulder, and I'm going to do a quick Q&A. Only reason why, well, the main reason why I like to do the Q&As is because, I get a lot of similar questions over and over again. I feel this is kind of a way of answering them, that question, one-stop shopping. Uh, well, today I got a email from a listener or from I guess is a listener out of Canada, and they're talking about a health issue that they have, a respiratory health issue, and they're trying to go into this, about how they were, using the machine for this for um, for this issue. And number one, okay, because of the laws in the United States, I know I sound like a broken record. I know people have heard this before, but I'm just want to repeat it. Because of the laws of this country, I cannot give you any kind of health advice whatsoever. I cannot do it. Please, you're in Canada. I know there's a lot of people up there, organizations that deal with radionics, and I think just Google that, and I'm sure you can find some contacts up there when it comes to dealing with health and radionics. But again, because of the laws of this country, I cannot offer you any advice whatsoever. And I think they're going to see how long does one wait to reset the wishing machine before giving up. Okay, number one, I'm assuming this is going back to what we discussed here a minute ago about what you used the machine for. I can't really discuss that. I can say something generic about this. Uh, I've had, I've used this machine and I've had people have results from within 30 seconds to within 2.5, maybe 3 years. It depends on the circumstance, what has to happen in reality for everything to open up, for all the tumblers and that lock to line up and for everything to kind of open up the door to this thing manifesting. Well, again, what's going on there, I can't really comment on, but it just, as Charles Cosimano would say, it takes as long as it takes. And all this, and what these machines do, they increase the probability or the likelihood of something happening. Let's see here next. Okay. Let's see. Anyway, I think that's all I can really say about that one. Okay, let's go to the next one here. Okay. I have a 4.5-inch quartz crystal. I'm wondering if putting that on a sending plate, I guess he's talking about the input plate, along with my photo, or hair sample, for example, and attention, whether or not that would help enhance anything. I guess it depends on your belief system. Uh, I use quartz, but I don't really use it for any kind of a spiritual thing or whatever. I'm just using it because it's beneficial to the operation of the machine because it's used as a storage medium for the intent of the operator. I mean, it just holds information. Okay, that's really what it does, and it's electromagnetic in nature. Um, and so, yeah, if you think there's something to it, go, use it. I have no problem with that. Heck, I use Orgonite, for example, whenever I'm doing some kind of a weather experiment. I will take a piece of Orgonite, put that on the input plate, tune the machine to project that energy toward a target, and that's pretty much it. That's all I do. So I figured if I can do that with a piece of orgonite, you can do that with a piece of quartz. And let's see. I've watched the second of three webinars that Joshua produced a long time ago. Oh, this is back when Josh lived down in Puerto Rico. Okay, this is way back. I think this had been like 6, 7 years. Let's see, 4.5 hours so far. Yeah, it was he really did go. He really was highly committed with that. In it, he made the comment that if you don't get a stick, just leave it to zero. He then mentioned he had a one wish that all but two of the knobs, if I remember correctly, were set at zero. Um, yeah, Have I personally ever had knobs go to zero? Yeah, every once in a while. I mean, it's not a common thing for me. Uh, and I think you're telling me that you still can't get a stick. Again, I don't know what your background is. I don't know if you've ever had any practice with using a pendulum, because all you're looking for is just all how a pendulum works is just a physical reaction to your subconscious mind. And the way uh, Charles Cosmano Charles Casamano explained it to me is what happens is that your subconscious mind will interact with the muscles in your hand and make it twitch in such a way that the pendulum will react. Okay, and so that's all it is, just an interface between you and the machine. Also, Chuck would tune the dials just by intuitively, as he would turn it, he would say, "Okay, stop. Something's on stop." That little voice in his head, that kind of a thing. Me personally, getting a stick, yeah, it's not that big of a deal for me. It's second nature. I can use, a tabletop or a countertop as a stick plate for some things. So, it's just one of those things where I'm able to have that kind of a, but I've done it so many times, I guess it's just kind of built into my nervous system where I can do this. So for you, I suggest try a pendulum. All right, use a pendulum. I'll probably do a video, or I'll have maybe Lady Karen will do a video in a week or two about how to use a pendulum with a Radionics device. So that's my suggestion on that one. Let's see what else. Okay. And let's see, some quote. Let's see, I don't get a stick. All right, we already gone through all that. Yeah, so hopefully that helped you out. I don't. I'm sorry if I feel like I'm rambling on here. It's just that I really don't. These things I've talked about several times before, and just practice makes perfect. If you're not getting a stick, um, you know, again, try another method. Try a pendulum, or if you're into any kind of using like a divining rod. I mean, heck, you could even probably have a divining rod in one hand, and as you turn the dial, if you get a reaction from the divining rod, then consider that a stick, quote unquote. I'm just trying to give you other alternatives here. So anyway, with that being said, hopefully this was informative. And yeah, be sure to press the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Just kind of throw me a bone here. I'm trying to see what happens here with the algorithm. All right. Anyway, on that note, talk to you later. Good day.